Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy G Trump. You know, everybody favorite baby daddy. What's the street, man? I just want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, man. Before, matter of fact, by the time I put this out, it will be Father's Day, y'all. So, Happy Father's Day. But anyway, right? So, I don't be going out a lot, y'all. So, one of my lady friends invited me to a little Father's Day, pre-Father's Day brunch we had, and she a cool person, unlike ex-girlfriends that I used to fuck with that I can get along with and they ain't changed and everything cool, but then it's always the ones, that you really don't get along with, right? And I'm gonna say don't get along with this. When you see them, you realize why you left this bitch. Or saying it could be a nigga, ladies, you realize why you stop fucking with them. It's like they up to the same shit, ain't nothing changed. And like they could say, me, motherfuckers don't change. Sometimes they do, sometimes people change for the better, sometimes for the worse. So I goes out and I run into this old girlfriend, Now I'm with another lady friend, right? So me and her kicking it, my lady friend that invited me and her kicking and having a good time. Just like every 5 minutes, the other chick, she coming over. Hey, Shrimp, when you get a chance, come holler at me. Yeah, alright. Come holler at me. Yeah, alright. Damn, you go come holler at me? Damn, bitch, obviously I ain't in the rush. You feel me? I'm not finna disrespect her coming talking to you. You ain't talking about shit. You know what I mean? She invited me out, not you. And I don't want to hear none of that shit. I ain't have their number and all that, bitch. Come on. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Everybody else get in touch with me. Women or people that ain't seen me in a while, they just send me an email. You can send me a message on Facebook, Instagram. I read all that shit, y'all. You can even leave a comment on YouTube, Instagram. For all that I read, y'all. And I was having a conversation with some more people, and I'm just wondering, have y'all ever been in a conversation with somebody conversation is supposed to go like this. I share my thoughts, you share your thoughts, and we go back and forth. Once you sharing the thought, I won't comment until you finish. But it always be the people like, you be like, yeah, hey, man, I remember when I was going to, hey, wait a minute, hey, the bitch last night, man? Yeah, that bitch said she was going to call me, man. I ain't even get up with the bitch, man. I let him finish. I'm like, yeah. But like I was saying, so I turned the corner. I'm like, hey, man, did this shit? Hey, dude, what? You got one more time to interrupt me, man. I'm going to take it as disrespect. I don't like talking to motherfuckers like that. I done had people call me and do all the talking. I'm like, look, fam. If you was gonna do all the talking, why the fuck you call me in the first place? If all you want to do is hear yourself talk, why the fuck you need to get your YouTube channel and you can record and watch this shit yourself and listen to yourself talk. I look at my videos all the time, y'all. I be laughing at my own shit, so I know y'all enjoy this shit because I even enjoy it. The story I was telling y'all about my guy G-Rod Kelly the other day, I got that from looking at one of my other videos when I was talking about the high-speed chase I was in. All this shit is going down memory lane, y'all, so I just have to sometimes get inspiration. I had some guys come from out of town, and he was telling me some stories about some shit, and he had me just dying laughing. I'm going to start inviting guests on here, y'all, and let them talk and let them tell some of their stories, Sometimes I want to hear what somebody else say. A lot of times they be the same stories. But you hear somebody else tell the same story that I told you, and they doing it word for word, then you know it's true. You feel me? So, yeah. I'm just chilling, y'all, I love being laid back, man, just relaxing, man, enjoying. In fact, getting older and staying out of trouble, I enjoy this shit, y'all. And I tell y'all, I started YouTube and everything to stay out of trouble. And so far, it's been working very well, So that's why I keep doing it. And then when I talk to all my little fans and shit on here, they enjoy this shit. A lot of them enjoy this shit, And so a lot of this shit, man, it just be, I have to think about it. Sometimes y'all can say something to me and I think about it. Like, for instance, right, I had this motherfucking Cadillac This Cadillac here, y'all, was so hot. 3 sets of stones on this Cadillac. So imagine all the ops, goddamn it, was against this Cadillac. One of the most Motown had, his name was Fred. Then the G Pass bought it. Then the G Pass, I bought it from the G Pass, and I had the motherfucker. Nice motherfucker. That motherfucker was gold with a burgundy top. Ooh, I'm talking about candy petty gold. That motherfucker was raw. But it just was so hot, man. Anywhere you go in that bitch, niggas looking at you all crazy, you know. And when I got it, I'm flipping it through the town. I didn't know Mo had smoke or enemies like he did. So I'm fucking with women all on the other side of 55th because I met them, and that's where I go to see them at. I'm not from Motown, so I didn't know this they ops and they gangsters over here that they don't fuck with them. I didn't know that because I ain't asked none of that. It ain't my business. So I was wondering why when I used to be flipping through that, niggas be looking at me all crazy and shit. But the car want tinted up. They like, no, that ain't dude. That ain't dude. So they knew I want the nigga who they want. They ain't never try to bust a move or nothing, but it wasn't until one of the chicks told me, like, do you know the guy used to have this car? I'm like, yeah. I think we bought it from one of the guys down here. She like, yeah. Said, you scared the shit out of my little brother when you pulled up. She said, my little brother used to be into it with that nigga. You scared him to death when you parked in front of him. I told him, no, that's a guy coming to see me. That ain't that same nigga. I'm like, no, I don't know nothing about what he did. Right? I don't even really want to know. Because then I'll be looking for shit, you know. But the world's so small. And shit like that happened. This same Cadillac, this the Cadillac I was in, right? One of the generals, it was his car at the time. And me and him just swapped cars, y'all. Out of the blue, we just swapped cars. So I'm riding it. Mo was from over east. So I'm in this car. And you know, when you close to people, y'all, and you hear them say, oh, I should have felt this, I felt that. Sometimes y'all can't be real close or y'all tap in like that. Because I'm in the G car. And he from over the east, right? He had static with these gangsters over here on Saturday night in Manistee. So I had a little chick that stayed over there, and I goes over there to fuck with her, right? Guess where I'm at, y'all? 79th in Manistee. I'm out the car all the way upstairs. So the gangsters, they looking at me like, is this that car? Yeah, but that ain't dude. They like, no, that ain't dude. They like, nah, that ain't dude. It can't be him. This nigga ain't never came and parked on this block like that. They knew he wouldn't have done it, right? So they like, nah, that ain't him. So they gave me a pass. They didn't fuck with me, right? So I'm up there kicking behind, you know, all of a sudden the phone went ring. I said, what's up? What's up, G? I'm like, no, well, Mo, what's up with yourself? He like, I'm well, where you at? I said, I'm over your way, man. He like, doing what? I said, I'm over this bitch house kicking it. He like, where you at? I said, I'm on 79th in Manistee. He like, what? 79th in Manistee? I said, yeah. He said, G, you ain't in that car. I'm like that. He like, G, get the fuck from over there, man. I'm like, what? Them the niggas I'm into it with. You in that car, get them over there quick, G. Man, I swear, I think I dropped the motherfucker phone and just, I broke up out the motherfucker, y'all. I come down the steps, man. I think the bitch stayed on the second or third floor. I come down them steps, around there, man. I hit the lock. When I jumped in it, I bagged off the block. And listen, I know what the folks were saying because they was dying laughing. They must say he must just got that call, y'all, or realized where the fuck he was at. I swear I got up out of that, man. I could have been dead, y'all, because I didn't know. So when you borrowing people's cars, you need to be careful, you feel me? Because I had ran into the same situation I had in one of the other Mo's cars, right? He stayed in the hundreds. This nigga, I don't know what kind of car that was, y'all. Let's say since we're talking about Cadillacs, it was a Cadillac. This is for the sake of conversation. I don't remember what kind of car it was, y'all, but we're talking about Cadillacs and shit, right? So let's say I pulled up at the gas station. I pulled up at the gas station to get ready. I didn't get out yet. The car pulled up on the side, and the window come down, alright? I'm looking. Man, the man must have let out about 7 or 8 through the motherfucker front window before I can get out. You feel me? So I jumped in the back seat. They busting through the front. Boom, 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 boom. And I guess they look, the nigga ain't in there. They aim in the back. They start shooting through the back window. Boom, 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 boom. I jump back in the front seat. And I bet they're like, this motherfucker moved again. He started back humming through the front. I jumped up out the motherfucker sunroof, y'all. I swear to God, if that nigga didn't let off motherfucker 19 motherfucking shots in that car, he shot all through the front, all through the back window. I end up coming up out the motherfucker sunroof. I goes around the block. I'm just running. The car running and everything, sitting in the gas station, but it's shot up. So now the police come, they doing their little investigation, they talking to people. Here I come back around the block. Man, I jumped up, goddamn it, on the back hood and jumped right through that motherfucker sunroof and pulled off. Glass and shit all over, baby. The police chased me down, dog. They chased me down like, what the fuck? I'm like, I swear I took him all the way to my man's house. I pulled up, he pulled up, let me see your hands. I'm like, what? I'm like, what y'all sweating me for? I'm the motherfucker got shot at. So old man come outside, what's up, G? I'm like, man, they just shot up the motherfucking car. He like, yeah, who? I'm like, motherfucker, you tell me, I don't know, these your enemies. I told him what car was, y'all. Oh, don't worry, yeah, we on them niggas' ass anyway. He said, oh, they tried to bump me out. I said, yeah, they did. I said, if I wasn't a nigga paying attention, I'd be dead, dog. You know what I mean? I just was real quick and smooth. Talking about they come through the front, I jumped in the back. They sent them through the back, I jumped back in the front and up and out the motherfucking sunroof, man. So don't tell me what a nigga won't do to save his motherfucking life. I know. I stayed in bullshit, y'all. I had so much motherfucking smoke in it. So you think honey gonna brazy going through some shit, bullshit. You know what I mean? We just knew how to handle ourselves very well. This same Cadillac I'm talking about, y'all. This one I stopped riding with loud music. Riding with loud music to get you killed, y'all. If you ain't got no real ops or nothing, nobody ever shooting at you, okay, it's fine. But a lot of times when a nigga shoot at you, it be that first shot, it's like a warning shot. The second shot, maybe the third one, they been lining you up by then. You really want to hit that first shot. So, I'm sitting at the light one day, man. I got the sounds knocking so motherfucking hard. I'm just sitting there bumping. Nigga bust like 6 at me. Boom, 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 boom. I ain't moved because I ain't heard the shit, right? I ain't heard nothing. So, the light turned green. I pulled on down because I was right at the corner from my house. So I pulls on down and park. I get out. Here comes some of my little moles. They running down the alley. Gee, you alright? I'm like, yeah, well, what's up? Hey, man, they were shooting at you. I'm like, what? They were shooting at me. I'm like, who? Motherfucker was shooting at me. At the light on 74. I said, I was just at the light on 74. Ain't no motherfucker shot at me. Gee, look. Man, I go to the back of my trunk, man. It's like 6 holes in that motherfucker. Boy, I was so goddamn mad. I'm like, man, because if a nigga bust at me, I like to get right on his ass. Right on his ass. That mean he won't try to do it again. If you don't slide back quick, that make nigga try you again. So I was mad because I didn't get a chance to get back at the nigga. So I'm like, man, I ain't doing that shit no more. I ain't playing my sounds in the hood where I got enemies at. So the next day, all you hear is the folks, the rumor was, G-Shrim got a bulletproof Cadillac. That motherfucker wasn't bulletproof. They hit it. They just figured I didn't run the light or nothing. Had they hit a windshield, I would have, got on out of that because I knew they was humming. But them niggas used to shoot at me sometimes, but they be scared to really get my attention because they know once I peep them, it's going to be going down, And like I say, I was in the light at the car one time, me and my baby mama. The baby mama, I don't see y'all no more. She saved my life twice, y'all. She's the one that I think it just got to be too much for the gang banging and shit, y'all. She took the child one day and just left. I ain't seen her since, man. Just left. I mean, she went through this shit might be entertaining to y'all, and sometimes, it's alright. I can tell y'all these stories because I made it through. But when you living in that moment, it's dangerous, and a lot of people ain't built for that shit, So she in the car with me, and nigga pulled up on the side of me, y'all, and he tried to line me up. He did line me up, y'all. That nigga, I'm like this, he parked like that. Man, that nigga lined me up good, y'all. I didn't even see him, because I'm looking at my river, remember over here. She looking, she see him, she like, Poopy, look out! That nigga let out about a good 4-5, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, When I come up, he knew what time it was. Ooh, that nigga got up out of that, boy. When I said I chased that motherfucker like I was the police, boy. The nigga jumped out and ran in the restaurant, man. I jumped out, boy, ran in there. I gave his ass 4 and the bitch 4. You might still see him around here, but boy, I bet they hate me when it rain, boy. I bet oh, my motherfucking arm. Yeah, bitch, that's what you get for fucking with the G, goddammit. All these motherfuckers, that's what y'all get for fucking with me. My boy Reg, may rest his soul, right? Reg used to ride with me. You know, we kept that shit with us, right? So, like I said, a lot of smoke in the city, y'all. So, I have women that used to ride with me. I tell them, hey, I need you to be looking, pay attention. If something don't look right, let me know. So, we would always put the women in the back because we had to be on defense. So, me and my man was sitting in the front. We had 2 women in the back. I tell them, slide your heads down, and I don't want them to get their shit knocked off, because I know it's up, So we riding one day. I used to like riding shotgun. So I'm in the passenger seat. I'm strapped. My man in the passenger seat, he's strapped. But we had 2 demonstrations earlier today where we had to let these motherfuckers go, right? So we low on ammo, right? So as we ride to the damn Rhine Expressway, Chevy sees us. There's that shrimp. Hell yeah. Ooh, gee, we got this chopper too. We finna try to get on his ass. I don't know what they had, y'all, because I wasn't in that car. But they flipped the U. My man said, hey, G. I said, yeah. He said, man, that blue Chevy just flipped the U-turn. I'm like, yeah, so? He like, yeah, well, they know we strapped, G. He said they wouldn't be trying to try us unless they got some heavy shit. I'm like, all right, well, they can come get it. So I look. I said, damn, I ain't got but 3 in this motherfucker. How many you got in that? He said, I ain't got but 3 in this motherfucker. I'm like, damn. He said, so what you want to do? I'm like, shit, this out rock, ain't he? So the chicks, they back there, they like, y'all just too motherfucking cool and calm up there. I'm like, what you mean? Her girlfriend like, yeah, what you mean? Like, bitch, you ain't paying no attention. You better know who you riding with, bitch. These niggas is real active out here. She said some niggas just tried to follow us, girl, and they decided they didn't have enough bullets, so instead of shooting it out with the motherfucker, they decided to just outrun them. Sometimes it be like that, where they say involving your life is fight or flight. Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times, that's what it comes down to. You either go fight or you go flight. Like, I done ran with niggas for years, man. If we go fight, let's fight. If we go run, let's run. Whatever we do, let's do it together. It shouldn't be no you leaving nobody behind or nothing like that. I don't give a fuck either we go all die together or we go all come home together. And like my mama used to say, I don't give a fuck if one of y'all dead. You bring the body back, goddammit. So if I had a nigga and he died, I would bring his body back. That's why I can understand why young fly nigga Lucci pushed his boy out the car. I don't give a fuck if he was dead. You feel me? You should have took him to the hospital. Why would you push him out in the street and just leave him out there? That's what got him that case, y'all. Then he went to jail and bonded out. Now he fighting them some RICOs or conspiracies and all kind of shit that come up on him. Because I told y'all, look, the police, they don't really like these rappers, y'all. They don't care about it. They're not impressed that they can get on stage and talk shit. To them, they look like, yeah, he should be able to talk shit. You're a criminal. So you're a criminal and you're talking about your criminal lifestyle. Who better to talk that shit but you? So to them, they not impressed. They look at them like some glorified criminals. That's why they be on their ass like that, y'all. Now tell me I'm wrong. That's why they hate the rappers. They don't like them boys becoming millionaires by talking about all the shit that they did over the past. And it could be the same shit to say about me. They probably don't like that YouTube paying me to talk about some of this shit. They don't like that shit. They probably like this motherfucker G-Shrimp had the nerve to tell the story. Ooh, that's why I watch what I say sometimes. Most of this shit I done did time for already or whatever. If it's serious, and trust me, y'all, don't never think I'm just talking, man. Anytime I'm talking, I know I ain't never go talk about no case where they can go find out something and say, oh, this did happen, Yeah, everything he can talk about that I'm talking about, yeah, it did happen, but it's old. It didn't happen already. All this shit way in the past, y'all. Way in the past, Okay, so back to my baby mama, right? So, the same nigga I used to be in tour with all the time, And thank God I was always smart, y'all. People who rode with me, I would always put them up on what's going on. Hey, I'm hot, I'm in tour, I be having shootouts, this and that, woo woo. It's a parade coming through, y'all. Anyway, listen to these people. I wish I could just take the camera and let y'all see what they're doing. Black folks be so crazy sometimes. But anyway, I know what's going on because I told you I just come back from the celebration. So that's the party just breaking up, y'all. So anyway, right? So these ops, right? They go call themselves, go slide on my baby mama house. They found the house. It's way in the hundreds, y'all. So like I say, I used to brief her on what's going on. So I had already told her if she sent this car out here, let me know. It don't supposed to be out here, right? So she there one day, and she washed the dishes and shit. She like, damn, what the fuck? She like, poopy. I'm like, well, she said, I think that's that car. I'm like, what car? That car you said don't supposed to be out here. I go to look, y'all. It's them. They done got the drop on my address and they out there, my baby mama house. Man, she not think that cops were down. They was lurking right there waiting on me to come. Thank God I had 2 cars at the time. They had followed the van out there. Was my baby mama was driving or somebody. However they found the house, it was out there. So when I pull up in the other truck in the front, they never did see me even go in. But when she told me they was out there, I had her go out there, go to the car and get something and told her just come back in, right? So she went and got some other truck, come back in. When they see her come to the car, they started up. And then when they like, oh, that ain't her, they cut it off, got back into position. Man, I turned the corner, boy, I got out on the niggas, man. Like I said, I ain't knocked none of these niggas off, but I swear they tore up every motherfucking car in the neighborhood trying to get up out of there. I'm talking about, whew. Like I said, a lot of this shit people be going through, man, it's funny. Well, it ain't funny because it's deadly. But they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Yeah, true that. And you need to pay attention to that thing. And when niggas get the drop on you, they get the drop on you. And it ain't what you done did in the past and all that, y'all. You can win 100 shootouts. All it takes is to lose one. Look at King Von. Look at Mo 3. These supposed to be certified steppers. And both of them got stepped on. And sometimes when you get in that rap world, you start getting a little relaxed, man, and a lot of times that shit happen to you. A lot of that shit would never happen if they were still in the hood and stayed on point and just out when they out. A lot of us niggas ain't out just hanging out. They come out when it's time to spin and do what they do. They ain't just hanging out to be hanging out, which is something I never did. Every time I was kicking out, I was always with my woman or somewhere. I used to be out of town. I did a lot of moving around. And when I got ready to come do what I do, I come do what I do. And I used to be spinning looking for niggas at life. And like I told y'all, women do a lot of motherfucking name dropping and giving up addresses and shit. I met a woman and she said shrimp. I said, what? She said, at night you come through there looking for them niggas, they be laughing at you. They say, here he come, he looking for us, for he looking for it. She said, you should go to Ashland and come down that same block. Man, I did that one night, man. I swear to God. It's like turning on the light with the roaches out there. It was so many of them, I swear I didn't know who to get, y'all. I didn't know who to get. I'm just, look at this shit. I don't know what step on. I'm just trying to get out on all these motherfuckers. That's the night I touched motherfucker that I reckon nigga nephew, And that shit damn near cost me my life, man. Motherfucker really start trying to get on me. This shit is stressful. Rappers, not rappers. Gang members have the same shit these army got. Post-traumatic stress, y'all. We got that shit bad. We have firecracker, we be looking. I hate Halloween and the 4th of July. Halloween, you let niggas wear masks, and the 4th of July, I hate that sound. I can't stand that shit. And niggas be doing that shit all the summer, popping them and popping them like not. They popping them, they popping that shit early just to be doing that. That shit irritates me, man. It really does, man. But anyway, man, I just came in the house to chill out, man, because, I'm going to tell the chick, I didn't enjoy that party, and then I enjoyed it for a little while, but first I got 2 women there. One that invited me and her was cool too. I even left. Me and her left together. The other bitch annoyed me, trying to get my attention too much. And then the niggas I did talk to couldn't hold a conversation, y'all. They interrupting me. We can't finish a good conversation, man. I'm like, that's why you know why relationships and people click, y'all. When they click, when you talk to somebody and y'all back and forth with it, you can tell when somebody know how to have a conversation. They listen to your whole conversation and wait till you finish their story, then they'll start one. And when you finish that, they'll start one. That's a good conversation. That's what women like, guys. Same way with guys. That's what we like. I met a woman that wasn't real attractive, but when me and her started talking, that's how I got close to her. She used to tell me good stories, and I used to love to listen to just about her life. And she just tell me about her life, and me and her got real close. I just like just to hear her stories. Sometimes I get tired of talking, y'all, so I want to listen. Y'all think I tell good stories? I'm even a better listener. My baby mama tell me that all the time. Baby daddy, you're such a good listener. Because I let her talk about her old relationships or somebody she was just in a relationship with, and I don't trip, and she just be crying on my shoulder or just spilling it all out. A lot of times you can't keep too much shit in. You need to let it out, y'all. I would really advise y'all, if y'all going through some shit, just call somebody and talk. Because, people do commit suicide. Some people get tired and all that shit. And the motherfucker asked me, have I thought about committing suicide? Hell, no. But then I said, yeah, I did. I thought about it for 4 seconds, y'all. But it wasn't no stress or none of that. This was the time when the nigga had dropped the bag on my head. I done moved up from, we having like 10 shootouts a day, y'all. That was like 5 was normal for us. 10, that's extra. So it started really stressing me out and shit. And I'm like, these niggas trying to kill me. I'm like, before I let these niggas kill me, I'll kill my damn self. And I remember doing this. And I jumped up and let out about 6 out the window. I said, I'd kill all these niggas before I kill my damn self. And that was my thought. But that shit can run across your mind quick. If you ain't strong enough or smart enough to, man, hell no, I ain't doing it. That's really a sucker's way out. I don't have no respect for no motherfucker commit suicide. Your life ain't that hard. You can tough it out like everybody else. My motherfucking life ain't always been peaches and cream, nigga. You got a book. The book of life is like a book of life. Every chapter is going to be different, y'all. You have some years where you're doing much better than other years. I remember this was recently, probably this year, maybe last year. I went to take a new photo ID at the DMV. So, the other pictures maybe 2 or 3 years old. I had a nice smile on my face, and and the lady like, smile. I'm like, no, smile. She like, look at this picture. You see that nice smile you got? Look at that. What's I'm like, look, bitch, that was 4 years ago. My motherfucking daddy done died. I done had 3 niggas I done buried. I done broke up with my motherfucking girl. I ain't even feeling the same as I was that day, bitch. So I probably couldn't even produce a smile like that. So take my fucking picture the way I'm feeling, bitch. I had with my mean mother, she started dying laughing. She said, I'ma just use the other one. Yeah, please do. And leave me the fuck alone. You know, a lot of time people get to know me. They probably can been knowing me 20 years. Never hear me raise my voice, y'all. Most time when motherfucker get on my bad side, then they did something. You know, and people be at the job and everything. If they see me get upset, they like, damn, you made Jewett mad? How you do that? It's the coolest motherfucker at the job. How you do that? I know you said something, bitch. Yeah, she had to say something, or one of the guys said something. Somebody. But if I'm upset, I'm gonna let a motherfucker know it, you feel me? Don't be holding shit in, because that's when people snap and kill people. You know? I ain't talking about the same shit on the street, the revenge shit. That shit is totally a whole different level. They don't even consider that killing. All this shit niggas doing, they'll tell you right in your face, never kill no motherfucker. Same way I was saying, never kill no motherfucker. You know what I mean? Murder, no, none of that shit. You know, they just, look, we got back at the nigga. You know, like we say, oh, we handled that. We handled that. Then you got to ask a nigga, ladies, well, how much shit have you handled? Oh, we handled a lot of shit, bitch. How many situations have you handled? Maybe 7 or 8, bitch. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. Then you can add up in your mind of what you think. But you'll never get a motherfucker to say, I did this or I did that. No, the motherfucker I ain't even looking at it like that. Don't think of it like that, y'all. I'm sorry, it's just a whole different world, man. And I don't have time to prep y'all on gang life and gang culture. You feel me? Maybe another video. It's your boy G Shrimp, everybody's favorite baby daddy, voice of the street. I'm out. Happy Father's Day, y'all.